What's up, guys? I'm going to show you how to completely renovate your lawn in under 5 minutes. Let's get to it. Step one, scalp the lawn as low as it can go. This may take a couple of passes, but you got to take as much of this top growth off as possible. So we've tried to scalp it down with this ghetto lawnmower, but I can't go down far enough and it's just way too thick. So I'm just going to take the weed whacker and I'm just going to scalp it with this. I know it's super ghetto, but sometimes you just need to make do with what you have. So you guys might be doing lawn renos and may encounter problems. So you just got to think on the fly and just make do with what you got. Hopefully I have enough batteries. Okay, so the scalping was a problem. It was a thing. It took so much longer than I expected. But that's the joy about doing renovations, that you never know what to expect. We finished the scalp. Now we're gonna go over the yard with this dethatcher. Now I bought this thing on Marketplace for like 80 bucks and it was in like brand new conditions. So these spring tines are gonna rake up as much of this dead material as possible. If you guys are looking to get yourself a dethatcher, do not buy this Greenworks one. It is a piece of trash. The batteries crap out, it doesn't have the power. So I had to go home to get the Allett. I don't like using this on like renovation jobs, but we gotta get this job done. So let's get this thing going. So we're all done dethatching now. We're gonna core aerate, maybe 3 or 4 different directions. I really wanna punch as many holes into this canopy because we're gonna be backfilling with a bunch of new sand and soil mix just to help with the percolation. So I got my boy Peter over here. We're gonna go over it a bunch of times. Let's see if this thing starts up. So we just finished aerating. We went over like 5 times, punched a bunch of holes. Next step is to backfill all those holes with this new soil and sand mixture. That's gonna give the soil structure much better drainage. So there's a few different ways you can do this. You can just get a shovel and throw it on like that. Or I actually prefer to use the Landsy spreader for this. So you just fill the spreader up and then go over the yard and it'll just deposit the layer, which is a lot faster. So that's what's next. Let's do it.
So once you got your soil in the yard, I usually go over a few times with the leveling rake. This is just going to help smooth everything out and help to fill in all those holes that we made with the aerator.
Next step, we're going to put the seed down. I'm going to be using the Night Shift perennial ryegrass from Lawn Life. I'm going to put this down at a rate of 10 pounds per 1,000. It's about 850 square feet, so I'm going to go up probably about 9 pounds. So it's really important that you weigh your seed out. So I just have a little kitchen scale here, and we're going to weigh up 8.5 pounds and spread it evenly over the yard. So I actually really prefer using these hand spreaders. You can get much better coverage when you can get nice and low, especially if it's a windy day. But set your spreader on low and just go over the yard multiple times. Don't be lazy and just try to get it all done in one pass. Take your time. This is where you want to be accurate and get even coverage of the seed. Okay, once you got all your seed down, get one of these leaf rakes and just lightly rake it into the soil. That's just going to put the seed just below the top dressing. So next up is going to be adding peat moss. You can either spread it by hand like this, or you can load it up in your peat moss spreader and it'll put a thin layer over the whole yard. All right, so we got our seed down. Now we're gonna put our starter fertilizer. I'm gonna be using this Seed Launch Pro from Stripe Seed Company. This is an 8-15-10. And I haven't used this before, so I'm gonna trial it out on this lawn. We're gonna throw it down at a rate of 4 to 5 pounds per 1,000. All right, so last step is to water it. You're going to want to water it at least 4 to 5 times a day, 5 to 7 minutes. You're going to want to keep the seed moist for at least 2 weeks. If you're not willing to commit to this step, don't even bother doing it, because you're just going to be wasting your seed and wasting your money. So that's it. That's a very quick how to renovate your lawn in under 5 minutes. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.